Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and I was always told I had a voice for radio, so today we're looking at another new card from Guardians Rising, the upcoming Pokémon Sun and Moon trading card game expansion. It's Whiscash. Now, Whiscash is a Stage 1 Pokemon. He is a fighting type. Fighting is good, because fighting means you're hitting weakness against some very highly played Pokemon, like Umbreon, Tauros, and Darkrai, who was the biggest and most popular and most successful deck at the recent regional championships in Anaheim. And, of course, being a fighting type means that Whiscash can use strong energy, meaning that all of his attacks will do an extra 20 damage. Yay! Life is good. Now, the weakness to grass is a little bit of a pain here, because grass Pokemon are starting to rise in popularity. Things like Lurantis GX and Decidueye GX. It's not a great weakness to have. Now, the first attack here, 1 fighting, 2 colourless, which means you can use double colourless, which is nice. 60 damage plus sleep. Put it very bluntly, ladies and gentlemen, it's overpriced. This is not a great attack. 60 damage for free energy is not great. Sleep is nice, but, sleep between turns, flip a coin. If heads, you wake up. And if you're not awake, you can't attack or retreat or any of that. It doesn't do enough. If your opponent flips heads on sleep, then you've done 60 for free energy. It ain't good. Now, the second attack, however, is the interesting one. And this is the attack that makes Whiscash deserve his own video. Fighting and free colourless Landslide. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. This attack does 100 damage times the number of energy discarded. So you hit 1 energy, you do 100 damage, 2 you do 200, 3 you do 300. As it stands at the moment, this is any energy, not just basic. So if you played strong energy and discarded that with Landslide, you would still do the extra 100 damage. Now, this is very nice. 200 damage will KO a lot. To be honest, most things. Though it won't KO a lot of EXs with Fighting Fury Bout, it won't KO all of the Mega EXs, and Stage 2 GXs will generally be out of reach. Outside of that, you'll basically one-hit KO everything with 200. And let's not forget, you can use cards like Strong Energy and Professor Kukui to do more damage here. If you can hit 3 out of 3 on the energy, 300 damage will KO basically everything in the format. And even if you only hit 1 energy, remember all those fighting weak Pokemon I told you about at the beginning? Darkrai, Umbreon, Tauros? Well, they're all getting 1-hit KO'd by a single energy because of weakness. So, at the moment, it's looking good. The amount of damage being done is very nice. Now, there are 2 huge, giant, major problems with Whiscash. Number 1, how do we get the 2 energy on top of your deck? Number 2, how do we get the 4 energy onto Whiscash? Now, the first one is easy. I did a video about a card called Mallow a couple days ago. Go check that out, as a link in the description. That comes in play here. Mallow is a supporter card that allows you to search your deck for any 2 cards and put them on top of your deck. So you play Mallow here, you guarantee that there are 2 cards on top of your deck, both of them are energy, you hit for 200. So Mallow is the supporter you want here. The problem is trying to get 4 energy onto Whiscash here. That's a problem. Now, we have got a whole bunch of options. You can use Max Elixir onto Barboach, but you've got to do that before you evolve, because Max Elixir only accelerates energy onto a basic. You could use Carbink Break. It's got the it evolves from Carbink that has Safeguard ability, blocking attacks from EXs, and it accelerates energy, including strong energy. Big problem with Carbink, Safeguard is what made this really quite good. Safeguard blocks attacks from EXs, but now Sun and Moon is legal for tournament play, so we don't just have EXs, we have GXs, and Carbink Safeguard does not block attacks from GXs. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a fairly large problem. You could partner this with something like Lurantis, using the attack to Flower Supply to go and get a whole bunch of energy onto your Whiscash here, although then you're playing a combination of fighting energy for Whiscash and grass for Lurantis, and you've got 2 stage 1s, each of which needs to, have a bunch of space in your deck. It could start getting a little bit awkward, but it is an option. The other one I like, and I like this one a fair bit more, is the Rayquaza promo, which was revealed a while ago. Now, we don't know exactly how we're getting this Rayquaza. However, it's going to be a promo or something at some point in the near future. And when it does, this is going to be really nice. It's a basic, and for a double colourless energy, and we've already seen you're probably playing that anyway, attach 2 basic energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. And this is probably my favourite option if you're going to be playing Whiscash here. Play the Rayquaza as a starter Pokemon, use it to attach energy, and then start rolling with Whiscash. Rayquaza on his own isn't terrible, and your Whiscash on the bench are only giving up 1 prize if they get KO'd. It's not a terrible idea. I worry about the speed of this deck. And don't forget, you're playing DCE anyway. It works for the Rayquaza and for the Whiscash. So I really like it. I think Rayquaza's the way to go. Now, if you're playing Rayquaza, don't play strong energy. The reason is twofold. Firstly, Rayquaza only attaches basic energy from the discard. And secondly, you're playing double colourless here. So if you're playing double colourless and strong energy, that means it's hard to get the energy in the discard for Rayquaza, and it leaves you very vulnerable to things like Enhanced Hammer, Jirachi, etc., because you're becoming very special energy focused. But I think there is a chance here, using the Rayquaza, using Mallow, I think Whiscash could have a chance. It may well be that it's a little bit slow because the attacks are a little bit expensive, but I think it's worth at least a test. So I'm going to give Whiscash between 2 and 3 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies, that would be barbaric. Now, it's not the best card ever, but there is at least a chance here that it's going to be quite good. And when there's at least a chance that it could be fun, 3 Wassies, you got to have it in your binder. Between 2 and 3 could be fun. Could be a fun time. Guess we'll wait and see, won't we? Now, you know the deal, ladies and gentlemen. There is a comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. There are buttons to both like this video and subscribe to this channel. I would be delighted if you would use them both. You can follow me on Twitter @TheWassie. And the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.